Well, hey guys, welcome to the studio today. Waves Plugins has gone to a subscription model. Let's get to it. We discovered this news in our Facebook group, Recording Tips, which you can pop over and check out the discussion there if you like. If you currently use Waves plugins, they will continue to work until they require an update. And Waves does that from time to time. When that happens, they will no longer function until you subscribe to their new model. Now, that buys me a little bit of time as I look at my Waves plugins that I have listed here. And the great majority of these things I really don't use. They're kind of fun. Some of them are more interesting than others. But on this list, all the way down at the bottom, I get into Waves Tune Real Time. And that is something that I use just about all the time. Waves Tune Real Time, right here. Gonna miss that one. And here's why I don't plan on subscribing. First off, I've already paid for these plugins, and I know that at some point the plugins will fail and need to be updated, and then you can pay at that time. But the point is, you've already paid for these plugins, and if you want them to keep working after a period of time, that's a choice you get to make. So what options do you have? Well, I run Ableton, so I really don't need a lot of these plugins. I find a lot of the stuff that runs natively in Ableton is really just better in terms of compression, EQs, enhancers, exciters, stereo field generators. I think Ableton kind of beats all of this stuff hands down. But Ableton does not have vocal pitch correction, but you can get some of that from other vendors. And in some cases, you can get it for free. In addition to Waves Tune RT, I also use Ovox and I also use Vitamin, the exciter, fairly consistently. We did a video on how to emulate the Vitamin exciter using Ableton plugins, and a lot of people thought our version actually sounded better. So I'm not giving you any advice. It's like $30 a month. You get access to 220 plugins. I probably have 70 of their plugins now, and I use exactly 3 of them consistently. Not worth it for me to start spending close to $400 a year just to maintain that after they go bad. And Waves will make sure that they go bad at some point. Yeah, they work now, but they won't forever. Now, this might be a trend going forward with different software developers going to subscription-based models. We've seen a couple companies do this. We see a couple companies that thankfully have not done this, and these tend to be companies that tend not to sabotage their old plugins at a certain point in time and say, oh, we've required an update that you have to pay for, and the plugin just stops working. Well, we've seen Waves do that, but I also run Native Instruments plugins, and they just work. I also run Ableton native plugins. They just work. As far as I know, IK Multimedia stuff will just continue to work. Well, guys, we're going to continue this discussion over in our Facebook group, Recording Tips. Hope you pop by, leave a comment, click subscribe if you like to. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers. It could be you. And we have a lot of work to do. Let's get to it.